People's car alarms are going off right now. There we go. Thank you. Hey, what's up, freaky people? So it's the end of January, and I decided to make a video laying out my plans for the first half of this year. I know how plans go with me. They don't really go. That's how plans go. But I feel like 6 months is five now, but I've been working on these things already, so the first month still counts. But a 6 month span of time is long enough that I feel like I can figure out what I can do in 6 months. And if any of that changes, then that's okay. If there's other things that come up that I want to do also, not a big deal. Filming in my sunroom today, I thought I would try a change of scenery. It's also the brightest room in the house because it's the solarium. I'm going to try this. We'll see. Sound might be an issue, and we'll just have to not film in here again. Sound is always my biggest issue. So I'm just not good with goals in general. I'm not good with routines or anything like that. It's important. I know it's important. I know it makes your life better and easier and like all of those things. But I struggle with goals and plans and anything that requires me to do something that I'm not like just feeling like doing at that very moment. But I'm always practicing. I'm always trying to have a better routine and a better I don't know. And I've been using books for lists, books for calendars, books for notes, books for all kinds of things. I used to use just one book, but that was too hard for me to organize one book with all these different thoughts. So I moved away from that, and now I have, probably four different books. Been using better tools. I've also gotten better at finishing things, working on things in like a set time frame. Like I understand my time frame better now. So that makes me feel more like I can do something, like decide what I want to do in the next 6 months. Because I know what I can do in the next 6 months, and I'm better at knowing like what I'm going to want to do at a certain time of year. Or be able to do because of heat. Heat constraints is really the issue. So all of that being said, welcome to the Aeropsia podcast. My name is Abby, and this is where I talk about all of the artsy fartsy things that I've been up to. Grab whatever keeps you going, and let's get started. In my previous episode, I talked about my works in progress. So I'm going to start off with the Skogsfrun shawl. The forest woman shawl, or forest lady shawl. Yeah. So that is going so quickly. I can't even describe it. Like, I had to rip it back probably 3 times, and I had to figure out how to read a lace chart. And then once that happened, like, this thing has just flown by. This thing's just flown by. So it's almost halfway done right now, and I just started it really like a week ago. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun to work on. The plan of having that done by April seems pretty doable at this point. I'm sure that will happen. It's going super fast. And I really want to keep working on it so that I can finish it and start something new that feels more fresh, because I am like just knitting 2 beige shawls back to back, which I'm not super happy about. So yeah, it's a good thing that's flown by. Maybe I'll get to like the halfway point, and then I'll give myself a break and I'll like start something new or work on something else. So the other whip that I have is Hermione's Everyday Socks, and those I've finished one and I've started the second one. So again, I don't see that being a problem within 6 months for me to finish those. I'll be surprised if it takes more than 2 months. My intention is to have a pair of socks on my needles for the whole year, because I want more pairs of socks, and they're easy to knit, they're easy to pick up and go. So yeah, there's no reason to not have a pair of socks except not having sock yarn, which, yeah. I need to buy sock yarn, but I need to buy a microphone. So maybe I'll buy a ball of sock yarn and a microphone. Cars are loud, sorry. Then I'm going to cast on the Leon sweater. Probably as soon as I finish the Skogsfrun, or when I put down the Skogsfrun to take a break. Yeah, I really want to start a sweater. Been dying to knit a sweater. Everybody in Chicago apparently drives, and they should not, and it drives me nuts. Stop driving your cars. Stop. Take the fucking bus. Jesus Christ. So I'm going to cast on the Leon sweater, and that should be fine, even into June. I don't necessarily have to finish all of these things by June. Some of them, yes, I do have to finish before June, but some it's okay if I start. And that sweater is one of them, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to knit a sweater, because I've never done it before. It is worsted weight. It is cotton. So the weather, like it being summer, shouldn't keep me from working on it, because I won't have to have like this giant wool thing on my lap. It'll be, you know, just a giant cotton thing, and that'll be fine. But yeah, I just don't know how long it's going to take me to knit something like that. It takes me quite a while to knit like a big shawl, like the campfire cozy. That, I don't know, what did that take me? 3 or 4 months, something like that. So I could imagine a sweater is going to take about the same amount of time, because it's basically the same amount of yardage. And it's something that I haven't done before, but since it's top down, like all of the things that I haven't done before and like wouldn't be super comfortable doing will be at the beginning of the project, when I'm like not exhausted and tired of it. So hopefully, yeah, that'll help. And then it's just stockinette in the round for the body, and stockinette in the round for the sleeves, and like picking up stitches for the sleeves will be like the hardest thing for me. Yeah, so Leon sweater. Then once I've finished the Skogsfrun and the Hermione's Everyday socks, I am going to force myself to finish my pink cabled scarf, which should not take very long. I loved the pattern when I was working on it. It's a really simple, I don't know, 10 row repeat, I think, for a cable, and I don't mind cabling. But it's just the yarn. I had like such a hard time with this yarn. I had a terrible yarn baller at the time I started this, before I started the podcast last year, I think. So I like actually knit most of the scarf, but then I realized that I was knitting too loose. So I ripped that all back and started over on smaller needles, which are probably too small. But yeah, I have the yarn for this thing, and I just need to finish it and get it over and done with, and like just enjoy the scarf that I have produced. Scarves are hard to knit. I didn't know, because that's like the only thing that I knit for so long, but like they just take so damn long to knit because they're just so long and boring. I understand why more people don't knit like just straight scarves. People seem to like to knit shawls more, and like shawls that they wear like scarves, not like shawls that they wear like shawls, really. I'll finish that scarf before June, and it's highly possible that I will get antsy and like bored and want to cast on something for the summer. So I'm saying I can cast on the camisole number 4 again and actually make the full thing. And I have the yarn for it. It should be fine. I can either do it in the same pink Lindy chain that I was using last time, or I have the King Cole Cotton Silk Finesse. It's a DK weight instead of a fingering weight, so I think I might be able to get an entire camisole out of just the one ball if I go down a size and just use the recommended needle size. I think that would work, or just knit the regular size on the recommended needles. And if I do have to buy another ball, it's fine. It's I found it online, it's fine. I should be able to find it. It's a commercial yarn. It seems like a color that most people would want, so I don't think they're gonna just discontinue it immediately, but that does seem to happen a lot. When I buy a yarn color, they do discontinue it shortly after. Whatever. Sorry if the light changed. I had to close the curtains because it's just making me too fucking anxious for people to be able to see me and me be able to see them while I'm doing this. It's ugh, terrible. This is not even a busy street. It's it's actually a really quiet street, but it's a city. It's a city, and there's people everywhere all the goddamn time. And whatever, that's fine. Of course you are. But shut up while I'm trying to do something. I don't know that I'll cast on the camisole number 4 or not. I'm just assuming that I will because I want that shirt. And I don't want to go and buy other patterns and try to make other shirts before I've made that one. That would be silly. Especially, I still have yarn for it. I still want it. I just screwed it up. Beyond recognition. Also, I'm going to finish my pink plaid dress. It's so close to being done. I just I don't know, haven't felt like hand sewing. Haven't felt like sewing at all. Which sucks because I want the product that I would get from sewing. So I think I'm not going to hand sew my next project. Yeah, that's why I have multiples of certain tools, because one will just break and I can't deal. I can't deal with a lot of things, and I can't deal with more than 2 things at once. I get real upset. I'm gonna try to finish my pink plaid dress by Valentine's Day. I should have plenty of time to do it. I just have to make myself do it. I was planning on doing it this weekend, and now I'm that's probably not gonna happen. But that's okay. I just this weekend is about rest, apparently. I just need to rest. We're planning on going to the ballet for Valentine's Day and dinner and, whatever. And so I might wear it. I might not even want to wear it. I might wear something else. I don't know yet. And I'm also not motivated to do it because it hasn't been cold. And so I haven't wanted to be wearing a wool dress. It needs to be done. I want it to be done. Whether or not I wear it, I just need to sit down and finish it after work one week or on a weekend or something. It won't take that long. I just have to do it. Also, I have my celestial vest. That just flat out needs to be worked on. I just don't like to embroider, and I want it to be embroidered all over with stars because it'll look great, and it does look great. The parts that I've done look fantastic. So I just need to make myself work on that at all, period, flat out. Just every once in a while, I need to do a little work there because I want it. I want that suit, and the vest is going to be the hardest part, I think. I don't think I'm going to do anything crazy on the jacket or the pants because I don't want it to be super loud or anything. I want it to be relatively toned down and wearable. Work on that vest. And I don't currently have any other sewing plans other than just always wanting to sew a new skirt or dress or shirt or whatever and having the fabric to do so. So if that happens, that happens. Oh, So I like never wear spring and summer dresses, but like I like to sew them. I'm not a dress wearer. I'm really just not. But I love dresses and they're fun to wear. And they look cute, but I don't feel comfortable in them because I didn't grow up wearing dresses. I like wear pants almost every day of my life. So yeah. But I do love dresses. They're lots of fun. So we'll see. We'll see. But nothing is officially planned. Hi, Bunny. Hi, Bunny. You went in your room, baby. Hi. Oh, you're so cute. Their dig box that they burrow in is in here. And I closed the door so she can't come in. She wanted to come dig or lay in here or something. Okay, so I have to get through this so that the bunnies can come out into their sunroom if they want to. As far as paintings go, I want to finish, or at least get close to finishing Holofernes. I think it's pretty close. I'm just gonna have to, put a pin in it. Not put a pin in it. Stick a fork in it. And call it done. Yeah, it's fine. It's not bad. It's not a bad painting. It's just, maybe I'm too close to it. Maybe that's all it is. I'm not really sure. It's hard to tell sometimes. I am also going to finish a painting for over my television in my living room because we have two abstract earth toned, textured paintings on the sides, and then there's nothing on top, and it just looks empty. So I've got a long horizontal canvas. So I'm going to make a painting for that. Which doesn't count as art. Don't. I promise you that that's not art. But it's something to go on my wall over my TV that I don't have to think about. That looks nice. For sure. And then I'm also going to finish the cloud portion of my diptych, so that is completely done. I got a bigger fan brush. I think I showed you in the last episode. It's not super wide, but I was looking at my old one and it is twice as wide as that one. So I think we'll have better luck this time with that. And then I do have plans to start a couple portraits of some friends, individual portraits. I did their portrait together for their wedding. And I've been wanting to do one of them individually because I need people to paint. Always need people to paint. And then I'm also thinking that I'm going to start a landscape, maybe. If I have time, if I get as much painting done as I think I will, then I will be starting a landscape in the first half of this year. Don't know if I'll finish it, but I will start it, I think. And then just to add on the end, this is, not things that I'm going to do in the first 6 months, but I just figured, hey, since YarnCon's happening in the first 6 months of this year, I would just talk about what I'm planning on buying. Since last year, I didn't know how many vendors were going to be there, or what type of vendors, or what was going to be available. So I didn't go in with a plan. I just was I'm going to buy some things, see what's going on. Yeah. And then this year I have a better idea of what they might have. So I've put together a shopping list of what I'm looking for when I go there. This is yarn that's for patterns that I've had, or I've been planning on buying. So yeah, this yarn, it's for a purpose. I know how much I need. The projects probably won't be finished or even started in the first 6 months, but yeah, it's just fun stuff, right? Just imaginary crafting. It's almost as good as real crafting. Not really. It's nowhere near as good. But it does keep you going, I think, to imagine the things that you can make and the things that you want. So number one, I'm gonna get a sock yarn for Ian and a sock yarn for me. Some crazy, some funky, some fun, whatever he wants, whatever I want. I only got one sock yarn last year, and it was a colorway that he picked out that I like never would have picked out in a million years. So we're gonna get 2 this year. I know I'll use them. And then I am either gonna get a mohair or a Surrey alpaca. I really would like a hand-dyed Surrey alpaca to hold together for the terrazzo slip over. Wanted to make the terrazzo slip over since I saw it, since I started knitting and looking at patterns. I was like, oh man, I want that. And yeah, Surrey alpaca I think will be really soft and nice, because I've been trying to figure out what's going to be really nice on my neck. And mohair I think would be fine. Mohair doesn't bother me on my feet, but anything could bother me around my neck, so yeah. But I do want alpaca. I like alpaca. And I'm probably going to hold it together with just like something affordable from, I don't know, just an affordable commercial yarn. Wool of some sort. Not fisherman's wool. That's too scratchy. I mean like a soft one. But not a merino. So yeah, probably Peruvian Highland, something like that. So I'm either going to do the terrazzo slip over, or I'm going to buy some linen or silk for a summer top. And then I'll probably grab just like one skein of something else for Ian that he picks out, just to like, I don't know, make him another hat or a pair of gloves or something like that. Probably gloves. He says he has a hat. He likes his hat. So, so I'll make him some mittens or something. So those are my plans. I hope this video inspires you. I hope it inspires me. Sometimes when I say that I have to do something, then it just like sucks all of my desire to do that thing out. And in that way, it just ends up being the best way for me to make sure that I don't do something, is, but you know, to say that I'm going to do it. So maybe I'm jinxing myself, but I hope not. I think I can do this. It's going to be fine. I can at least do some of it. Maybe not all of it. Maybe not even most of it. I think I can do most of it. But whatever, who cares? At least I made a video, which is not a small feat, and talked to you, and you had someone to sit there and talk to you. So thanks for letting me talk at you. This is about as social as I get, so thanks for hanging out with me today.